This woman's story shows why you should never ignore a black line on your nail. A dark mark on your nail might be more serious than you think. That's the warning one nail technician from England gave her client after the woman complained about a black vertical line on her thumbnail. In a viral Facebook post, nail tech Jean Skinner explained that a walk-in client had requested a dark nail polish to cover a stripe on her nail, which ran from her cuticle to the edge of her nail. She'd been going to other salons for years, where workers told her the black line was either a blood blister, a sign of calcium deficiency, or even just a hereditary mark. She'd been going to other salons for years, where workers told her the black line was either a blood blister, a sign of calcium deficiency, or even just a hereditary mark. Skinner told the woman she should see her doctor immediately, and she did. A few weeks later, she called Skinner back to tell her that the vertical black stripe on her nail had been diagnosed as an aggressive melanoma, which had spread to her lymph nodes. Nail melanoma, officially called subungual melanoma if it's under the nail, or periungual melanoma if it's around the nail, is rare, but potentially deadly. It makes up less than 2.5% of all melanoma cases in white individuals, but up to 35% of melanoma cases in darker-skinned people, and about half of melanoma cases in those of Asian descent, according to a study in Dermatologic Surgery. One reason it's so serious is because patients often don't receive an accurate diagnosis right away. In fact, according to the study, the average delay of diagnosis for subungual melanoma patients was 2.5 years. That's not because people don't notice the dark mark, it's because they usually attribute it to something else. Here are 9 other nail problems that you shouldn't ignore. 4 things most guys get wrong about skin cancer. In many cases, a subungual melanoma looks like something called a subungual hematoma, or a blood blister. This is usually caused by some kind of trauma. Say, you catch your finger in between the 45s at the gym, or you slam your finger in the car door. The tiny blood vessels underneath your nail rupture, causing blood to leak out and discolor the nail. With a subungual hematoma, a new, healthy nail will begin to grow in, and the discolored nail will grow out, according to researchers from the UK. The pattern of discoloration also tends to be more irregular, with puddles or drops, while with subungual melanoma, it more frequently develops as an organized band, arising in the matrix or the root of the nail and extending to its edge. Still, only your doctor can tell if you have a subungual melanoma for sure. So bottom line, if you notice a new, dark mark underneath any of your fingernails or toenails, and can't remember any kind of trauma that could have caused it, or if it doesn't seem like it's growing out, see your dermatologist. Sipora Shanhouse MD, a clinical instructor of dermatology at the University of Southern California, told us in the past. Your doctor will probably do a biopsy to check for melanoma. Drive. Shanhouse says. The good news is that if you catch it early, surgical removal can get rid of any of the cancerous cells before they're able to spread.